What's the deal, world? I go by the name of Beisbol, and we are back here with you know what it is. And if you don't, it's the New York Mets franchise here on BYC Gaming Live. Another day game from Citi Field. As you can see, the seven-line army decked out in orange in right center field. Here to cheer on these New York Mets today. We are closing out the rubber match of a three-game set. One game apiece between Detroit and New York. As we take a look at the series recap, Detroit won a stunner in the ninth, 7-5 in game one. Game two was more in the Mets' favor, 10 runs that Detroit's won. And today we have got a matchup of two 86 rated players, starting with Senga, 1-0 on the season, 7 1/3 pitched, 10 Ks in his debut. It was a beautiful game and a 6-0 victory against the Milwaukee Brewers. We'll check out Tarik Skubal on the bottom half of the inning for now. Leadoff man Gio Urshela in the game. And here's the first pitch from Senga. And it's a strike. Mets 3-2 on the year. Tigers 4-1. Getting their first loss of the season, coming back down to reality after the Mets tacked on 10 runs. As that one hit into the crowd of the sold-out seats in Citi Field. Senga ahead in the count right now, 0-2. Urshela fouls that one off. We got a 1-2 count. The pitch from Senga is smacked into the gap, and this is going to be extra bases for Gio. Taylor's going to get on that one, hit the cutoff man, Mauricio. And just like that, the Tigers have the opening man on. So we said this in the previous game. We have struggled in the first inning. First inning, we are liable to give up some hits, some runs. We usually calm down, but that's something we definitely got to work on, cutting down on how many base runners we give up early on in the first inning. So here comes Matt Vierling, speedy utility infielder. He takes a 97-mile-per-hour fastball for strike one. He's got 2 RBIs on the season. Senga trying to keep it that way. Gio on second.
No.
Vierling stays at ball one.
One strike.
Vierling was 2 for 4 in the game against Peterson, who was very dominant, player of the game, like numbers. Right now, Vierling down 1-2 to Senga. That one goes right over the plate, fouled off, fortunately. Count remains. Another one fouled off. We'll do it again. So nasty hook right there gives Vierling the chase. And right there we have another trophy unlocked. It says chin up, champ. As a player, give up a hit on the first bat of an inning and then strike out the next batter. That's an interesting one. Senga throws this one in the dirt. Alvarez scoops it. It's going to start off 1-0 to Riley Green. Gotten off to a solid start so far this season. Right now, Senga trying to keep these runners, or this runner, at second and not advance here. Gets him to swing through that pitch. Fouls up with another 97-mile-per-hour fastball. This time it's ball 2. This is a shot right into the glove of McNeil. It's going to be an out. So we got 2 gone. Cleanup hitter on the way. That's going to be Kerry Carpenter. Torkelson, Canna, Ibanez, Baez, and Kelly close out the rest of this Detroit lineup. 6th in the American League in on-base percentage. They've been solid as a team throughout. Here comes Kerry Carpenter, probably the best hitter on this Tigers ball club. He steps in with a chance to drive in a runner that's 90 feet away. It's a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. It's in there for a strike. 0-1. Senga, of course, having a very good season in his debut with the New York Mets. Right now, he's got Kerry Carpenter down 0-2 with a chance to end a trend that has been pretty nasty for the Mets, giving up a lot of runs in the first. His 0-2 pitch. He gets Alvarez to swing through it. Oh, my goodness. Well, we get the strikeout, but the problem is this one goes in the dirt. Alvarez can't block it, and the run is going to score. That's a very unfortunate situation right there. So the Mets find a way to still give up a run here in this first. Kind of jinx myself. Senga now got Torkelson down 0-2. That pitch fouled off. Another one fouled off. Torkelson staying alive. And he does that once again. Senga with another pitch. Torkelson watches that one go by. See if we can get him with the high heat. Runner gonna go on this one, but anyway, it will not matter as strike 3 is in there. That'll be it. We'll move on to the bottom of the first. Tigers up 1-0.
Leading up for the Mets, the right fielder, Starling Marte. No ball.
Starling Marte stares at strike 1 on the pitch from Tarik Skubal. Very impressive 2023 season. Right here, he's throwing gas against Marte. 1-1 count after the high heat misses. If you get a look at the pitch repertoire, fastball, changeup, slider, sinker, and a curve. And fastball, very vicious. And Marte has worked this count to 3-1. See what Skubal comes with here. Very good pitch to hit right there. We watch it go by. Ooh, then he gets us on that next pitch. Kind of kicking myself now for not swinging at that 3-1 pitch. All right, here comes Ronnie Mauricio. Came in a pinch hit effort and drove in a run in his first at-bat of the season. Right now, he's got a hitter's count. 2-0. Gets a good swing on it. It's going to be a light pop to short. We now got 2 outs here as we get a peek at the Mets lineup. I got to shout out TJ Romano. He said on YouTube, where's Mark Vientos? Mark Vientos is now on the roster. Definitely a versatile player that you can put at a lot of different positions in the infield. He has been called up from AAA And G-Man Choi has been sent down, so we'll be seeing some of Mark Vientos very soon as his other first base counterpart. Pete Alonso steps into the box. He's up 2-0 right now on Skubal. Good contact on that one by Pete, but it's going to be foul. Alonso got the count to 3-1 here. And he's going to take a walk. 5 pitches to the polar bear, and he's on his way to first.
The catcher,
Francisco Alvarez now steps in with a chance to keep the inning alive for the Mets, and not only does he do that, but he takes one for a ride. Home run, Francisco Alvarez, and the Mets go up 2-1. Taking the lead back that quickly. That was a blast. Man, I can't wait to see that replay as Alvarez celebrates with Pete and Francisco Lindor. But look at this swing. No doubter. Carlos Mendoza gotta like what he sees. That was a big swing there from Alvarez. Yep. And the Mets now take a 2-1 lead. Crowd still buzzing after that shot there. Ball one. That one gonna miss upstairs. 1 strike. Ooh, right down Broadway. That's my mistake for not swinging there. 1-2 count. And Francisco Lindor's struggles continue. It's right there. He struck out. But nonetheless, the Mets strike with 2 runs on 1 swing from Francisco Alvarez.
Leading off for Detroit, the left fielder, Mark Canha.
Give me 1 second real quick, good people. Mark Canha due up to face Senga here to start this off at the top of the second. Give me 1 moment. All right, ladies and gents, sorry for the delay. Senga now steps in here in the second. He now has a lead. Throws the first pitch fastball strike to the former Met, Mark Canha. Mark was definitely a solid player for us. He's now in Detroit, played for a couple different teams. Now calling Michigan home. Right there, he's going to be calling the bench home as he's looking at strike 3. Good pitch by Senga, who now has 4 Ks in the game. Struck out every batter he's faced thus far. Excuse me. struck out every batter that he's retired thus far. As you can clearly see, he gave up a run in the first. Andy Ibanez steps in. 0-1 count. That fork ball fouled off. Not much he can do with it there. Gonna step off the mound. We'll call this one again. Ibanez down 0-2. And he sat down on strike. So Senga now retired 5 batters on Ks. And despite giving up the run, for the most part, he has been cruising. That run, of course, scoring on the wild pitch. 3 pitches is all it took to sit Ibanez down. Very good job by Senga thus far. Here comes Javi Baez. Fouls off a fork ball there. Oh, 2 count now. Senga has been dealing. Looking to retire another batter on Ks here. Baez down 0-2. The pitch.
1-2.
One's going to be low. Slider's going to miss away. Slur shot down the line. 2-2 remains.
Full count.
That one in the dirt. The pitch from Senga. He's going to retire another man on Ks. Baez can go ahead and sit down and argue with himself as he is caught looking, and the Mets remain up heading into the second.
Leading up for the Mets, the second baseman, not here.
Jeff McNeil now stepping into the box. Skubal looking to bounce back after giving up the 2-run shot in the previous inning. 0-1 count to McNeil. McNeil hits a fastball. It's going to turn into a grounder to second base. Baez makes it look easy. One gone.
Harrison Bader.
So I'm thinking about doing some PlayStation or Xbox giveaways, doing some trivia with the Mets. Maybe a good way to get the followers up, get people engaged. So maybe I'll click up some questions like, you know, who leads the Mets in all-time home runs, or who's the all-time wins leader, who's the most winningest manager. We're going to get creative with it. Right now it's a 1-2 count to Bader, who nearly swings at that inside slider. Thankfully, he holds up, and we're able to even this count at 2.
Ball. Full count.
Count now full. Tyrone Taylor on deck. We'll talk about him in a minute. Bader going to make contact. This one is in left center, and a nice catch by Mark Canna. Second out here. So Tyrone Taylor, I had thought about sending him down for Trace Thompson, but truth be told, we're going to give Tyrone a shot to prove that he belongs on the roster. He was acquired from Milwaukee, who just left Citi Field, losing that series 2-1 to the Mets. But this is Tyrone's first start. He has made some appearances as a pinch runner. Second round pick in the 2012 draft. And right now he's got a 2-1 count on Skubal, who's up to 30 pitches thus far.
3-1.
The 31st pitch is a ball. We got a 3-1 count. Brett Beatty, solid youngster on deck. Here comes the 3-1 to Taylor. Taylor a little early on that one, but gives it a drive foul. 3-2 count. That's going to lead to a walk. Taylor finds himself on base. Here comes Brett Beatty. It's definitely a steal situation. So we're going to wait for the right time. We're going to see, can we get a stolen bag here. It's Mr. Met gets the crowd hype. You hear the Let's Go Mets chants in the background.
No, that's the ball.
Fastball there. Gonna wait till we think we're gonna get an off-speed pitch, and then we're gonna take off with Tyrone Taylor. Here's a circle change. Skubal got him running. Ooh, it's close. He's safe. Wow, very close. Good job by Taylor to steal that bag. Got a great jump, or so it seemed. That was a very good throw. Very close. Very close. All right, no challenge coming. 2-1 count here to Beatty. Definitely wanted to make sure we got that steal situation out of the way early so Beatty can focus on having a good at-bat here. Right now, he's up 3-1.
That's a ball.
And he's going to get walked. So the lefty-lefty matchup doesn't favor in the way of the Tigers. Now Skubal going to have a tough out here. Installing Marte. 2 men on, 2 men out, and we're in the second inning. 2-1 game. Fastball inside for a strike. Marte had the previous day off
1-1
in that blowout, which you can check out in episode 5. Marte makes good contact, but I think that one is going to be foul. Skubal was ahead in the count. That time he throws it low. He's up to 23 pitches now. 2-2 count. Good piece of hitting by Marte. It's going to be a close play at third. I'm out. All right, so Beatty's thrown out. We're not going to cry about it, though. We do get another run home on the base hit from Starling Marte. Mets now lead 3-1 heading into the third. Carson Kelly now stepping in. He's yet to get a hit on the season. Forkball gets him swinging. I don't know what the record is, but Senga has now struck out the first 7 batters in this game. This is impressive, man. There's a strike.
Ball.
That one's going to be a ball. Marte gets under that one, retiring the second out here in the top of the third.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Matt Vierling.
All right, Vierling now stepping in. 0-2 count. Excuse
Ball.
me, 2 outs, 1-0 count.
1-0.
As Vierling has had success in this series.
Ball.
This one gonna determine the winner. Both teams taking a game apiece. Senga gets this one shot down to third base. Beatty made the final out in the second, and he's going to retire the final out in the top half of the third. Mauricio, Alonso, and Alvarez due up for the Mets.
Leading up for the Mets, the shortstop, Mauricio.
All right, here comes the youngster Mauricio.
Ahoy.
Stares at a fastball for strike one.
That's a ball.
Mauricio 0 for 1 on the day. Ooh. Nasty changeup right there. Early on that. 1-2 count. For whatever reason, I felt intrigued to swing at that. Third strikeout of the day for Skubal.
Up next for the Mets,
Here comes Pete
the
Alonso.
first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Alonso tries to crush that curveball. It's fouled off. 0-1 count. Ooh, I'm going to kick myself for not swinging at that. I can definitely say Pete Alonso is probably my favorite current Met. For a long time, I was a big Jacob deGrom fan. Even if you go back a few years, I was a big Daniel Murphy fan. Jose Reyes, David Wright, all the legends. Pete Alonso from that same cloth. Right there, he sat down on K's, and that's 2 strikeouts back-to-back in this inning for Skubal. Now he's got himself a little more of a challenge here with the man who took him yard. 2 gone here in this inning. That was a very impressive start to the game for Senga. Although giving up a run on the wild pitch, that was even still on a strikeout. But striking out the first 7 or 8 hitters he faced. That's how you want to start a game like this. Early game here. Alvarez down 0-2.
Ball.
1-2 count now. Didn't want to chase it, but felt it was going to be close to the zone. Count now remains at 1-2.
Ball 2.
Make that 2-2. Skubal with the pitch.
Full
Ooh.
count.
Nearly gave chase to that one as well. But we will not. Lindor on deck. Still trying to turn things around. Full count payoff pitch on the way. Couldn't time that quite right. It's going to be a grounder. It's going to be a routine out for Ibanez and the Tigers. They're due up to start things off in the 4th. Green, Carpenter, and Torkelson.
Leading off for the Tigers, the center fielder, Riley Green.
This one is crushed. Taylor is back. Oh my goodness, what a catch by Harry Bader. If you saw, I switched to Bader with seconds before that ball came down. I jumped at the perfect time, and Bader robs him of a home run. Oh my goodness. You got to tip your cap to him on that one, Senga. Wow. Come on, y'all know I got to see that again. Wow. Senga tipping his cap to his teammate as he makes one of the better catches I've made. Oh, man. So Senga serves up a pitch right there. And as you can see, it is on its way out of the ballpark. But Harrison Bader has other plans. It was very close, too. Nah, it would have just barely been out if it got over the fence. That is a pro catch right there, man, by Harrison Bader. I'm thoroughly impressed by that catch by Bader. You know I'm trying to get a screenshot of this. I'm trying to see how to do it. That is a catch, man. You hear me? A catch. Let's take one right there. Let's get one. I'm gonna focus on Bader now. I can't even focus on Bader because he's up against the wall. Man, that is one of the better catches I've made in this game. I will not deny that. Let me see if I can get the camera on Bader real quick. Focus on him. I'm sorry, y'all. That was a grab right there. Y'all gotta forgive me on the astonishment with this catch. Whew. Man, I'm sorry, y'all. We had to celebrate that one for a second. What a catch from Harrison Bader as we now try to come back down to reality. Harrison Bader robbing a home run. That's catch of the year in the first week. You understand what I'm saying? As MLB The Show will officially be out everywhere tomorrow or today, depending on when you're seeing this video.
Ball.
Senga throws out one on the outside. It's now a 1-2 count. As we try to focus back in on locking down this Tigers lineup. Carpenter fouls off the forkball. Count remains 1-2. I want to slap down the line. We'll do 1-2 again. Carpenter having himself a good at bat here. This one grounded to short. Mauricio makes a nice pick. Nice throw. We got two gone.
Spencer Torkelson.
All right, so Torkelson steps in. 0 for 1 on the day. Senga has thrown quite a few pitches. Still seems to be okay.
Yep.
As proven by that swing and a miss on a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Just like that, it's 0-2. The pitch from Senga. Got him looking. Senga having himself a day. Strikes out Torkelson and keeps this a 2-run game in Queens.
Leading up for the match, the designated hitter, Francisco Lindor.
Lindor steps into the box. Chases the first pitch he sees. Fouls it off. 0-1 to the all-star catcher. Excuse me. All-star shortstop. Started thinking about Alvarez for a second. He was the last one up. And Lindor gonna break out of his slump in a major way. He sends one to the 7-line army. And the Mets take a 4-1 lead here with another bomb against Tarik Skubal. Lindor with his first bomb of the year. I think that was his second RBI, if I'm not mistaken. And the Mets now take a 4-1 lead here. Good swing there by Lindor. It was a no-doubter. As we said, hit near that 7-line Army area. Big catch by somebody out there. 4-1 game here. As McNeil stares at a fastball for strike one. Mets doing a good job scoring, getting on base, capitalizing on those pitches that we know we can drive.
Ball.
That has led to 4 runs here.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Through 3. Skubal still looking to get the first out of the inning. Instead, he's going to give up another base hit, this time to Jeff McNeil. And the Mets have 1 on, still nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Number 44, Harrison Bader.
Here comes Harrison Bader. Skubal now up to 64 pitches. Serves one up right there to Bader. It's way back there. Oh my goodness. That one's going to bounce in. Is that going to be an error or is that going to be ruled a hit? Either way, both runners now advance to scoring position. How are they going to score that one? It's going to be scored a double for Bader. Good piece of contact right there. First pitch he sees, he drives it. Center fielder Green. I don't know if he lost it in the sun or what, but he just couldn't get a glove on it. And now Tyrone Taylor steps in
1-0.
with a chance to extend this lead for the Mets. Skubal is definitely the pitcher I thought I'd have trouble with. Right now it's just the opposite. 1-0 count, 4-1 lead. It's Taylor staring at a fastball right there. I can't believe I'm seeing this guy up in the pen again. Casey Mize warming up for the Tigers again, man. He has played in a lot of games in this series. All of them, to be specific. As Taylor swipes this one down the line. It's going to stay in the air long enough for the outfielder to reel it in, but Jeff McNeil will score on the sac fly there from Tyrone Taylor. That one was sliced down the line. Carpenter barely got there. And he was able to make a pretty good throw to the plate, but it'll be too late. 5-1 Mets lead. As now the speed moves to third base. This one hit deep, and I thought he was going to catch that one, but instead, Brett Beatty now takes one for a ride. The lefty-lefty matchup proves favorable for the Mets, and now we continue to pile on as the Mets now lead 7-1 after the Brett Beatty home run. Might be time to pull Skubal, Beatty's first home run of the season. I don't know if the wind got a hold of that or what. It was definitely good contact off the bat, but there you see it. Time to raise the apple and time to say goodbye to Tarik Skubal. He is knocked out early here. Mets tagging him the same way we did Flaherty. The big lead leads to a new arm coming up in just a moment.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Tigers, number 58, Miguel Diaz.
One zero.
All right, so we got a 7-1 game. Miguel Diaz is your new pitcher. He's going to start things off against Starling Marte. Marte taking a strike right there, 1-1 count.
Ball 2.
2-1 count here. Two now.
Full count.
All right, 3-2.
Ball 4.
All
Take
right,
base.
Diaz gonna walk Marte.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Ronnie Mauricio.
All right, Ryan Mauricio 0 for 2 from the right side of the plate. He now moves to the left side with the righty on the hill.
Ahoy.
He's going to take strike one on a circle change. As you see, sinker, circle change, slider, and fastball are the pitches for Diaz.
Ball.
Right there, we get another look at the changeup. 89 miles per hour and on the outside. Tough to lay off of that one. You foul it off.
Two.
That one in the dirt. Runner stays put at first.
Safe.
Marte takes a lead. They try to keep him close. Nasty sinker. I was a little too focused on Marte right there. It's going to be the first strikeout for Diaz.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
He's in there.
So if I'm not mistaken, he's got no more of those left, right? Now I can freely take a lead. I should have stolen on that one. I probably would have been safe. Either way, Francisco Lindor extends the lead, sends one to the 7-line army, and then Brett Beatty says, anything you can do, I can do better with a 2-run shot.
Leading off for Detroit, the left fielder.
Come on, man. You know the vibes. The commentators, it's not John Shambi. It's not Chris Singleton. It's yours truly, BIZBILLA. And we are live here on BYC Gaming. Be sure to follow us, like, subscribe, comment if you like what you hear, what you see. Check us out on Twitch at BYC_gaming. That is the same handle for Instagram at BYC_gaming. Check us out on TikTok while you can, as there's a base hit. Sending a runner to first. But nonetheless, check us out on TikTok at BYC.gaming. Check us out on Twitter, aka X, at BYC Gaming Online.
0-1.
And then after that, check us out on YouTube at BYC Gaming. 0-2 count now to the Cuban defector, Andy Ibanez. Senga's got a man on first after giving up the single.
No.
Slider just misses.
2 strikes.
We got a 1-2 count.
2-2.
That one in the dirt. Pitcher now dealing with a 2-2 count. Senga gets Ibanez looking. 9th K of the game
Now batting, the second baseman.
for Kodai Senga. I mean, he has been on his job. One of his strikeout victims, this man right here, Javier Ibanez, 0 for 4 on the season altogether. He looks at a 96 mile per hour fastball. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Good slider from Senga. Baez able to foul it off. Got him to chase a nasty forkball there.
1-2.
1-2's the count.
No. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging on a cutter. 91 miles per hour. It's now the 10th K of the game for Senga, and he is dealing.
The catcher, Carson Kelly.
Detroit's catcher now going to step in. Kelly, 0 for 1 on the day. This one is popped up. Alvarez going to get up under it, and that will retire the side for the Tigers. Mr. Met going to hype up the crowd. It's a big Mets lead.
High. No balls. 1 strike. No, that's down. High time.
All right, Francisco Alvarez staying alive right here. Fighting through a 1-2 count. Diaz with the pitch.
Ball, that's down.
Fastball just misses. 6th pitch of the at-bat on the way.
Ball 3.
Alvarez has a very good eye. Does a good job laying off of that one. We now got a full count. Nasty changeup. Good job changing up the speeds right there by Diaz.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Francisco Lindor.
Here comes Lindor. He sent one out of here in his last at bat.
Ball, no.
Switch hitting shortstop. Playing DH today for the Mets. Let him focus on strictly hitting today. He's been a bit of a struggle this season. Turning things around in a major way with that big swing. Let's see what he does for an encore here. Count even at 1.
Ball. 2 balls.
Can now make that
1
2-1. Lindor was voted, I think, most stylish player in the MLB. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that was a media thing or was that by his peers. But shout out to Francisco for being fashionable. Fashionably late on that sinker, fouling it off into the netting. Full count remains. I held up. I was about to say, I don't know if I held up, but according to the third base umpire, Francisco can go ahead and make his way down to first base. Here comes Jeff McNeil. As we see Mr. Met, the best mascot in all of sports, getting them hype.
Ball inside.
McNeil takes that one on the inside part of the plate. 1-0 count. Similar location on that one.
Ball 2.
We got a 2-1 count now.
Three balls. 1 strike.
You get a fastball there. This one hit to second. And McNeil gonna beat out the throw to first. Gonna keep the inning alive there. 2 outs now. As Harrison Bader now gonna step in. He had a double earlier in this game. Very crucial.
Ball 1. 1-0. No.
Bader in the 2-1 count there. Hits one the opposite way, but it's going to be fielded by Carpenter, and the Mets are going to be retired. 7-1 game now as we head on to the 6th.
Leading off for the Tigers, the third baseman, Gio Urshela.
All right, Gio steps in. 1 for 2 on the day. He's going to take a strike right there. Senga getting close to the end of the line here. 73 pitches. Let's see how far he can go in this inning. Going to start warming up some arms in just a moment. First, we're going to see if we can get this K.
No, that's a ball.
Who was a tough fish to lay off?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Glad it's not me going against this guy.
Ball inside.
Good pitch by Senga. And Urshela set down on K's as so many players have been today. We get Austin Adams up in the pen.
That's a ball.
Senga with a fastball low. This one's going to be hit the opposite way. McNeil not going to glove it. That'll be a base hit there for Detroit. They've now got a runner wrong with 1 out. Their number 3 man, left-hander Riley Green, stepping in. Fouls that one off. 0 for 2 on the day is Green.
Ball, no.
Trying to think, who's the best foreign-born, well, not foreign, but let me say Asian-born pitcher in MLB history? You've got guys like Nomo, and I guess Shohei's on his way to being the best something from that part of the world. He is the man. I actually gotta do my homework on that. We'll check out. I'm gonna look that up when we get to the next half of the inning. And Senga still looking to get out of this inning. He gives up a deep shot down the line, but thankfully it will be foul. 2-2 count now. And then Senga comes back and strikes out his 12th batter with some high heat. Okay, so here comes Kerry Carpenter. Senga looking to go 6 full innings.
0-1.
He's definitely getting tired. But we are still getting outs. This one's smoked to deep center field. Bader is at the warning track. He doesn't have to jump as high as he did earlier in the game, but he does retire the out right there. The Mets are coming up with Taylor, Beatty, and Marte.
Leading up for the Mets, the left fielder, Taylor.
So Taylor's going to take a first pitch strike. So just to get back to that best Asian born pitchers conversation, I just typed it in on Reddit. We got guys like, I said Hideo Nomo. Shout out Chan Ho Park, former standout pitcher. He was very solid. You got Yu Darvish, of course, who's still doing his thing today. Obviously, we said Shohei, you got to credit him. Hung Jin Ryu, he's a really good pitcher. Real talk, like, really good pitcher.
Ball.
Trying to think, is there anybody else we're forgetting?
2-2.
Shout out Sasaki, Koja Uriah. Like, yeah, there's some really good Asian-born pitchers, man.
Full count.
That's right. Right now, we move into a full count here with Tyrone Taylor trying to extend this lead here
Ball 4.
in the bottom of the 6th, and a walk will go a long way towards doing that. As Miguel Diaz gives up his 3rd walk of the day. He's going to get set to face Brett Beatty here. Stepping into the box 1 for 1 on the day.
Ball 1.
Takes the ball on the inside part of the plate.
He rides.
There's a strike. 1-1 count. Gives chase to that one. Oh, what a play by Baez.
He's out.
Potentially saves a base hit right there. Beatty grounds out.
Number 6.
One thing I will say, I've criticized Baez for how he's been hitting lately, but that glove is still a 1 of 1. What a play by Baez as the dirt just piles up around him. Nice plays now. The runner advances. Second base is Speedy Taylor. He's got Marte up here with a chance to drive him in. Marte already with an RBI single on the afternoon. This is an early game. I'm going to check the clock in a second, but I think it is, yes, 12:45 currently at Citi Field. This was an 11 o'clock start. I wonder if there's really a game set for that start time this year. That'll be a fun time to hit the ballpark and catch a game. Right now we got a 1-2 game. Man on second, Marte.
Ball.
Excuse me, at a 1-2 count. That count now goes to 2-2. It's a 7-1 game. This one hit to the opposite field. And that's going to advance the runner to third. We now got men at the corner, 1 out.
The shortstop, Mauricio.
Ball.
Mauricio now stepping in. This will be a good time for a suicide squeeze. And we go for it, but instead we pop it up. It's just a sinker. And that'll be the second out. Pete Alonso now stepping in. Looking to add to this Mets lead. He won't be able to do it as that one's grounded to third. Throw made to Baez, and the Mets retire in the 6th. Due up for the Tigers, Torkelson, Canna, and Ibanez.
Leading off for Detroit, the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
Torkelson has struck out twice today. He will be glad to know that he does not have to face Kodai Senga anymore. I'm going to go ahead and take him out.
Number 55, Austin
He rides.
Adams.
No ball.
Torkelson swings through that one. 0-1 count. Adams ahead in the count, 0-2.
1-2.
Trying to set Torkelson down on Cage for the 3rd time today. The pitch. It's going to be grounded to Adams. It's going to jot over towards first base, make an easy throw.
Up next for the Tigers,
1 down here in the top of the 7th.
Canna.
We're getting closer to the 7th inning stretch. Take a look at the bottom of the screen. Zach Gallen had 10 Ks, only giving up 2 runs in a win versus the Yankees in Arizona. This one going to be popped up, but I don't think Pete has any chance to catch that.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Adam tries to get Canada to chase the slider. It's a 1-1 count. Nice fastball right there. 94 on the gun. 1-2 count. And Canada gets a foul tip. Strike out there. Catcher gloves it.
The batter, the shortstop, Andy Ibanez.
Another man with 2 Ks on the day, Andy Ibanez. Mets pitching has been rather stellar in the last 2 starts. Senga and Peterson absolutely dominating these Tigers. Couldn't quite say the same for Severino in the bullpen in game 1. But it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. 1-1 count to Ibanez.
Ball 2.
That one's low.
Ball 3.
I'm gonna be real, man. It's probably gonna be a walk right here. I didn't mean to throw this pitch. Oh, it stays in the zone. But I was saying, I'm gonna be real, man. Being a Mets fan, seen a lot of good pitchers come through here. Not gonna say this is the best rotation we have by any stretch, but they're getting the job done early in the season. We retired aside. It's time to stretch. Go get your snacks. Go stretch your arms. Go stretch your legs. When we come back, it's Alvarez, Lindor, and McNeil.
For the traditional 7th inning stretch. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Detroit, number 32, Andrew Chafin. Leading up for the Mets, the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
All right, Alvarez steps in. Fouls off a sinker right there. Very interesting tidbit for those of you who've watched every episode so far. Have you noticed there's one name we haven't seen? We have not seen Edwin Diaz. Hopefully we can get him in the game soon, but the last 2 games have not been close, as Alvarez was very close to a home run right there, but Carpenter will reel it on in at the warning track. Speaking of homers, here comes a man who's homer in this game already, Francisco Lindor. Gonna swing through a slider right there for strike 1.
Ha!
0-2 count now.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 count here. Lindor takes the pitch, and Lindor's got caught looking a lot of times this year. That's another one right there. First K of the game for Chafin. It's a good pitch. Started way off the plate, came to the inside part of the strike zone, and Lindor could do nothing but watch. 2 outs here in the 7th. 7-1 Mets lead. BYC Gaming, home of those good old realistic live stream commentaries, as well as Let's Plays, walkthroughs, reviews, compilations. We do it all here. And if you like what you see, leave a comment, like and subscribe. Like I told y'all, we got WWE content coming sooner than later. Still working on putting it together. I hope y'all enjoy what we do with that. Either way, we got a 1-2 count here to Jeff McNeil. That one's on the inside part of the plate. And it's going to be fouled off by McNeil. Tough one to lay off. Got anything for Chafin? He sits down the Mets in order. Tigers due up in the 8th.
Leading off for Detroit, The second baseman, Javier Baez.
Javi Baez now steps in to face Austin Adams. First pitch he sees, he hits it to his second base counterpart, Jeff McNeil. One out here.
The catcher, number 17.
So as we were changing innings right there, you notice the camera panned in on the scoreboard at Citi Field. I think it's the biggest scoreboard in the MLB currently. I think it's them, Kansas City. I know the Rockies have a new one that I saw in person a couple of years ago. But if you're still watching the game, I know we're deep in the game. Some of y'all might have faded out by now, but if you're still watching, what stadium would you like to play a video game? Which stadium would you like to bring your controller and play on their scoreboard? For me, it's always an easy answer. I would say the Cowboys. Ever since I saw, I think it was a Madden tournament or something like that, as Carson Kelly gets sat down on strikes.
The third baseman, Gio.
There was like some kind of tournament, like a Madden tournament show or something like that. They used to come on TV, and they got to play Madden at AT&T Stadium. Oh man, listen, if I could play MLB anywhere, it would be Citi Field for sure. I play with the Mets. Those are my guys. Basketball, I'm trying to think. I see. For me, it's got to be the Garden. I'm biased on that one. Like, the Garden is the mecca of basketball. So why not run a little 2K over there? You know what I'm saying? All of the above. Urshela gives chase to a slider on the outside. We're now looking at a 1-2 count. The crowd's starting to come alive. They want to see a K right here. Let's see, can Austin Adams give them what they want? 1-2 count. Urshela fouls that one off. 1-2 count here. When Adams gets that strikeout, Mets have been setting down these Tigers hitters. We brought them back down to reality. We got a 6-run lead here with one more inning to go in the ball game.
The center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Bader stares at a strike. Bader now down 0-2. Puts a good swing on that one, but it's going to be popped to left. Canna retires it.
Now
So we now got one gone here. Tyrone Taylor in now. Oh, 1 count here.
1-1.
That one's on the outside part of the plate. Taylor able to hit this one to second base. Baez fields it. We now have 2 outs here. Brett Beatty stepping in. Hit a 2-run shot earlier in this game. Right here, he's going to slap one foul. 0-1 count. Mets looking to send the Tigers home with 2 losses in this series.
Ball.
They've done a really good job today. Hitting in clutch situations. 4 runs scored in the 4th. This is now 1-2 to Beatty. And Beatty sat down on K. So Chafin came into the game and really looked good. Hopefully we don't have to see him anymore. Tigers had their last 3 outs due up.
Leading off for Detroit, the designated hitter, Matt Vierling.
Vierling steps in. As we still got Adams in the game. He may be able to finish, but I still may bring in Bickford to get in, maybe get out, maybe get maybe one out here. We'll see how it goes. Ugh, base hit. Taylor tracks it down. Tigers get the leadoff man on base.
Now batting, the center fielder, Riley Green.
Green steps in. Stares at a slider.
Ball one.
That one low. Ooh, shot up the middle. All right, now. I have a feeling we're going to need to see this guy tonight. I've got a feeling. I got a feeling. All right, 2 men on here. Not quite sure if Bickford is ready.
No ball. One strike.
But we may need him after this batter here. Carpenter fouls that one away. This one grounded. It's like a double play ball, and that it is. Mets now got the Tigers down in their final out after the 6-4-3 double play. Good job by the middle infielders right there. So let's go ahead and bring in Bickford to shut this one down.
Your attention, please. Now
Thought about going with Diaz.
number 50,
We've yet to see him this season.
Bickford.
I guess the longer we don't see him, the better, right? Meaning we're winning blowout games. All right, here we are. 0-2 count. Phil Bickford with the pitch. It is going to be a grounder to Brett Beatty. He gloves it. And the Mets fans love it because that is it. It is a W for the Metropolitans. Kodai Senga and these New York Mets walk out of here with another very impressive victory. This time 7-1. The bats were alive. Kodai Senga, man, 2-0 in the season. Tarik Skubal getting his first loss. Mets win the series here against the Tigers 2-1. As we get a quick glance at some of the highlights, Francisco Alvarez getting things started. The Mets were down 1-0 after a wild pitch, but Alvarez came up with a no-doubter. How about that catch from Harry Bader? Harrison Bader making an amazing catch out there in the outfield. And then you see Francisco Lindor breaking out of his slump, hitting a bomb into the 7-line army. Brett Beatty hitting his first home run of the season, raising the apple, hitting it to the eye black, the batter's eye, I should say. And then Beatty, of course, making the last play right here. Gloves it, makes it look easy, as do the Mets in a 7-1 victory. We'll leave you here with the player of the game and some of the notable players from the box score. We appreciate everybody that taps in with us on a weekly basis, a daily basis. We're going to keep giving y'all consistent work. I go by the name of Beisbol. Check out our link tree, BYC Gaming. You know the vibes. Peace, y'all.
They left 4 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours exactly. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Citi Field, 41,922. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please get home safely.